and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to create this fillable electronic customer survey form. So let's open a new document. So I've just got a main A4 document up here, and at the top here I'm just going to go to Insert, Table, click on the drop down, click Insert Table, and for this, first of all, I'm just going to select 2 columns and 6 rows and click OK. So the first row at the top here, I'm going to teach you how to merge and split cells. That way everything becomes a lot clearer. So let's select the top 2, go to Table Layout, Merge, and in this top cell here I'm going to put the title. I'm just going to paste it in, but you can obviously type yours in. And if I select it, go to the Home tab, you can see both the font and the font size and the bold. Then the next cell down, I'm just going to press the return key, make that a nice gap. Select these 2 cells here, go to Table Layout, Merge, and then in this cell here, I'm just going to paste in my title, but I don't want my title in the middle. So make sure the cursor's in this cell. Go to Table Layout, and I'm going to select Center Left. Now, as I go through this table, one thing you'll be aware of is you can see all of these lines. Now, I will take out these lines, so you won't be able to see them. But what I can do in the meantime is select the table, go to Table Design, go to Borders, select No Borders, and you can see exactly what happens. Then you can also go down and select View Grid Lines. So you can actually see the grid lines, but they're not actually border lines, so they won't print. This allows you to, say for example, you wanted just the line below here, to pop your cursor in the cell, go back up to Borders, and just select the bottom border. And there you can see we've just got that bottom border there to just underline that section there. Then we can leave a gap, and then here we can merge these 2 cells together, select them both, Table Layout, Merge Cells, and then we can just insert some text. Again, I'm inserting all of this text because you don't want to watch me typing it, but you just simply type the letters in or the text in and then move on to the next section. So now we need a few more rows. So all you do is go to the bottom row here. Again, Table Layout, Insert below, and just click. Just keep clicking until you've got enough rows, and then you can just use one as a gap filler, or you can select it and then press the return key to give you another gap. It's completely up to you. So I need another gap here and then another title. So select them both, Table Layout, Merge Cells. Again, the title over to the left. Now you might say, well, why have you used 2 cells here and just merged them all? Well, firstly, because it shows you, I can demonstrate to you how you can merge cells. But in this section here, we actually need 2 cells or 2 columns. And now if I hover over this central line here and click, I can actually just move this line over, but you can see it's moving all of the lines over. So if I just want to move these 4, just select these 4 rows and then select the line. You can see now it just selects that line there, but doesn't affect the rest of the lines. So once again, I want a line below this title. So pop the cursor in here, Table Design. Now the below border is already set, you can see it here. So that's border below, select it, and you can see that line appears there. Next I need to put some text in. Again, I'm just going to paste all of this in, and then Table Layout, and then I can align it to central left. Just going to pop a few more rows in below, insert below. Now for these 4 cells here, or these 4 rows, I want the rows to be a bit taller because there's not much of a gap between all of these. So the easiest way to do that is just to select them all, go to Table Layout and go to Height. And in here I'm going to select it. I want 1 centimetre and press Enter. And then make sure everything is centre aligned to the left. So you can see now those are a bit taller. And I actually want lines at the bottom of all of these. So I'm going to select all 4, go back up to Table Design and go to Borders. And for this one, I can select Bottom Border, which is only this line at the bottom because you've selected this whole section here. So it recognises only this bottom one as the bottom border. However, If you go down to inside horizontal borders and click, it will recognize all the inside borders just from the section that you selected. Then we're going to leave a space, and then this one here we're going to merge and insert some text. There's an extra line there, so I'm just going to delete that line. Then another space, and then here will be another title. So merge, again over to the left, then a space, then a line. So select that cell, table design, borders, bottom border, leave a space. Then I'm just going to go to table layout, merge cells. Now before I go any further, because this is now one cell, I'm just going to make an insert below a couple of times. So we've just got a singular cell. But in this one, I'm going to put some text. Now obviously you can read all the text that I've placed in here. If it's applicable to your survey report, great. If not, obviously you can change it. Then I'm going to leave a space. And then I need to split my final section into a number of different cells. So I've got 2 rows here. So I need another 5. So for these, I want to split them into 7 different columns. So select all of this section, go to split cells, a number of columns, I'm going to put 7, and then click OK. But I actually want to put some text over the far left here, but you can see there's not a lot of space, so I want to move everything to the right. So I'm going to quickly grab this line here and move it over. Grab this line here and move it over. And then select just these cells here and go to distribute columns, and you can see they're now equally distributed. So once again, insert some text and then over to the left. Again, I want these to be a little bit taller, these cells. So select them all, go to height, press 1 and press enter, and then deselect, check you're happy with the alignment. And now we're just going to put a few lines in. So I'm going to select it all, table design, go to borders, and simply select all borders. Now I don't want the borders on the end here, so I'm simply going to go up and take out left border and right border. And then we can just zoom out, go to borders and uncheck view grid lines, and then we can view our table and start to make it digital and put in the titles. So first of all, I'm just going to go to the top here, press the return key, and you can see my cursor's at the top here outside the table. You can tell it's outside the table because when you're in the table, this little icon appears at the top here. So at the top here, it means I've got a little bit more control in terms of moving this table up or down the page. So that's the perfect placement. And I've just recognized the fact that I'm missing a line here. So I'm just going to select these 4 cells, go to table design, borders, and then go down to inside vertical borders. And you can see now I've got that line there. So let's insert the top and then we'll come back and do the digital section. So go to insert, shapes, go to the square, click and draw out a rectangle to move across your page. Go to shape format and you can take out the line, the outline that runs around this shape, or you can keep it. I'm just going to select no outline. Just move that down a bit. Then in the top here, this is where you put your logo. So I'm going to paste mine in, but I'll show you how to put yours in. So you'll need to go to insert, pictures, picture from file, pick your logo, click on it, and then just click insert. Once you've inserted it, often you can't move it or it might be behind something. So select it, go to shape format, wrap text, and make sure in front of text is checked. And that way you can then move your design, make it bigger or smaller, and it will come to the front of your section. So I've now lined up my logo with the edge here. That's again personal choice. Now let's go back and insert the digital sections to my form. So I'm going to place my first one here. You do need the developer tab here. If you can't see it, go up to Word, Preferences, go to ribbon and toolbar, scroll down to the bottom and make sure developer is checked. Once it's checked, click save and it will appear here. Here, this is where you can insert digital sections or fillable sections to your form. So let's zoom in. So in here, we want the user to be able to type something. So go up here to text box and you can see a text box has been inserted. Now it will only work when you protect the form, which is this icon here. So if I select it, you can see all this is grayed out. And when I try and click on somewhere in my document, the cursor remains here because it's recognized that everything outside here is now locked and you can only click in the gray section. If you don't want the gray section, you take it out by clicking on shading. It will be removed, but this space here will still exist for the digital fill. So I'm just going to pop that back in. To make any customizations to your document, you have to unprotect the form to bring all this back. But the easiest way to copy and paste this is to click and drag across it, Command or Control C, click to all the other cells where you want one of these boxes, Command or Control V. You can see it's gone to the top of the cell, so simply go to Table Layout and go to Center Left. Down the bottom here, we want a tick box. So again, go to the Developer tab, checkbox, click and drag across. You can see it goes slightly blue. Command or Control C to copy it. Select, Command or Control V. Select these cells, Command or Control V. Select them all. Go to Table Layout and select Center Alignment. Again, go to the Developer tab, protect the form, and then we can see the result. Perfect. So now where I try to click anywhere, I can't. It will end up, you can see now the checkboxes have been ticked, so I've just clicked on them, but it won't allow me to click anywhere else in this form. So once again, don't forget to protect it before you send it, and to customize it, unprotect it, and then you can go ahead and make the relevant adjustments. So now you can save this as a Word document, save as. So there's a Word document here, or click on the drop down, you've got PDF, or if you want to save this as a template, so it can be altered, go to File, Save as Template. Your templates are here at the top, and Microsoft Word template. This can be found when you open up Word, you can see your templates there. Just click on it, it will open up, and then when you save it, it will save as a completely new document, protecting the original. If you can't be bothered to do any of this and you'd like a copy, there is a link in the description below. I hope that's helped you today. If it has, please like and subscribe, and have a great day.